Very important question. Very important question right there. Can you hold a convo with fine shit? Very important question. We're gonna be live for like an hour because what's good was good. You say you could hold conversation with fine shit. You say you could hold conversation with fine shit. Tabitha was good. Was good, people. People come in, make yourself at home. Welcome to the GL Dub Club. You know? Appreciate the 100 gifted. Shout out to Tabitha with the 100 gifted. Shout out to Tabitha with the 100 gifted. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. If you're new to the channel, make sure you come in, make sure you hit that sub button right away. We got a goal. We need at least 10 new subs. There's 14 of y'all in here. Shout out to Tabitha with the 100 gifted. Once y'all subscribe, drop a 1 in the chat to let me know y'all subscribe. Subscribe, then drop a 1 in the chat to let me know y'all subscribe. And we're on the lookout for at least 3 new moderators, right? Okay, bet, Matt. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Pat. Pat and Matt was good. I'm gonna make okay, so I'm not just gonna make all of y'all moderators. Drop a 2 if you want to be a moderator. Because being a moderator is a responsibility. Okay, we got Tabitha. Shout out to all 3 of y'all for the sub. I appreciate y'all. Drop a 2 if you want to be a moderator. But hold on, moderators have a responsibility, right? Moderators have a responsibility. Moderators have to go subscribe to my Instagram, and everybody who's a moderator, I get acquainted with on Instagram and whatever, because these are people that I trust to manage the chat. Yeah, you don't have that? You don't have Instagram? Come on, man. Y'all don't got Instagram? That's what I'm saying. It's a responsibility, because when I go live, I need people in here that's going to hold it down, that's going to kick out the antibodies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got to kick out the antibodies. I don't know if Tabitha got Instagram. Hey man, you ever just say fuck it and take a mean shit in the trash can? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all listen, if y'all voted on the poll, pause, to that y'all know how to talk to fine shit. If y'all voted, drop a 3 in the chat. We doing 3 new moderators today, but the moderators got to be ready to really kick out trolls, because sometimes trolls see, and I'm looking for moderators they on the same page as me. I don't kick out everybody just because they trolling, right? There's space for people who play around sometimes, but when you get to a point where you just spam and troll shit, I gotta be able to say, hey, Tabitha, or hey, Matt, hey, get them out of here. And just like that, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this video is gonna be no different than all my other videos. What's good, King? This video is gonna be no different than all my other videos where I talk about game, right? My name is Game Like Will. And I'm gonna be talking about a specific part of what I call game. And it's conversation, right? Most of my videos are about conversation. It's not gonna be about nothing too crazy. All the other freaky stuff goes on Patreon. And I haven't been dropping on Patreon, but I need to get back dropping on Patreon. So first of all, I'm under the idea that most guys don't even go outside. That's number one. Number two, I'm under the idea that when they do go outside, they don't talk to women at all, which is why I make decent content. It could be better. I make okay content, but it will never really flourish until I drop this new shit I'm about to start dropping. Right? It will never do it because the videos that I drop is a little too personal. You know what I'm saying? It don't come across like, it's not illuminated enough. It's not like it's just me talking like I'm doing right now, right? I kind of bored in the chat. It's not as illuminous as me talking to 2 white girls in Miami or something and just recording the shit and giving y'all a feeling like, oh, I can't do this. So I'm gonna follow him because he's doing what I can't do. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna record some content today outside, right? On a popular strip near my crib. But that's a wild take. How that's a wild take, Bobby? What I say don't make sense? This is what I'm saying. What I say can make total sense, and yet people don't want it to make sense. That's crazy. That's a wild take. The fact that I'm making sense and you don't want it to make sense. What don't make sense? Learning about quote unquote fine shit, family upbringing, mommy, daddy issues will have you guys rethinking dealing with her. TDF, break that down, bro. I like what you saying right there. I like what you saying. I like all that therapy talk. I love the therapy talk. I love the healing talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about it then. If that's what y'all want to do. Cause to be honest, like I said, guys don't even leave their fucking driveway. And if they do sneak past the premises of the Matrix and get out in the streets, they not talking to no. Come on, man. You ain't talking to no hoes. Come on, man. We already know. And that's the crazy part. It's grown men, 40 years old. I see outside. I'm like, he ain't talking to no hoe. Come on, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Like you said, they might be on some OG shit. Like they might be like, man, I already been there and I got played. Now I'm MGTOW or whatever the fuck. I'm still a young nigga, you know. I'm 30, but I'm 30. I'm unk to some, but I'm big bro to many. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm daddy to all. Uh, pause. You know, but I'm just saying, guys are not even gonna talk, or guys are not even gonna say excuse me. Guys are not even gonna say excuse me. I got rejected like 3 times today. First 3 women, I got rejected by all 3. Well, the first one said she was married. Second one said she didn't have Instagram, and the third one said she didn't have Instagram. And I know them. I know they was lying. As soon as the chick say I don't got Instagram, I said okay, you know, have a good day and shit like that. And then I keep pushing in a new direction. I walk in, you know, I at that point I just control my body language. You know, like the conversation is pretty much dead, especially if her feet don't stop moving. If she's still walking, but when you go outside, y'all guys gotta actually ask yourself, what the fuck am I doing? Because I'm telling you, there's 2 ways to talk to women: direct and indirect. And this has become something so big on the social on YouTube or wherever that it's kind of crazy to me, because growing up that wasn't an argument. Because if you're in a classroom with a chick, yeah, you could still be direct or indirect, but like that was never an argument because women usually choose who they want. And that was more apparent in school. But after school, it's like different, right? We got all these rappers, all these famous people and tricking and shit going on. It's not like high school, you know what I'm saying? It's not like anything similar. So at that point, it really depends on, do you know how to talk? And a lot of guys don't. And that's why I made this video. Because that shit is a fucking important. Hold on. He said Mark said none of it. It makes sense to you, I guess. That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't say it if it didn't make sense to me. When does it that make sense to y'all? That a nigga wouldn't say something out of their mouth that didn't make sense to them? Don't that? Am I tripping? Like, if you was on your YouTube channel talking, even if it sounded stupid, I would assume that it meant something to you, because out of all the things you could say, this is what you're saying. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, it don't make sense. Tell me what part don't make sense. But you're not gonna do that because that you want to gaslight a nigga. So it's all a chat. It's always the people with no profile pictures. We already know who they are and who they work for. They work for the devil. If you don't got a profile picture, you damn sure ain't dropping your nuts in the real world. You damn sure ain't got no bitches. You come on, bro. So look, he said, why they gotta be hoes? Why you gotta be a hoe? That's the real question. Most motherfuckers who have an interaction with a woman and do too much because it takes a lot of courage, and they overcompensate better to fire off small shots and not one big bang. Break that down though. Break that down, bro. Y'all say a lot of stuff, but let's get to the meat and potatoes, to the bare bones of the shit. What you mean by what you saying? A lot of guys, what you say? Most motherfuckers who have interaction with a woman and do too much. How? How do they do too much? What do you what does that even look like doing too much? What does that mean? What does that mean doing too much? I see what you're saying, but it's like on a Friday night, is there such thing as doing too much on a Friday night? Maybe on a Monday morning, maybe in where it's coffee and folders and papers. But on a Friday night like today or Saturday, what's too much? It's not too much. It's just that the bitch don't like you. See what I'm saying? It's either she don't like you or you didn't do enough. That's what a lot of people don't understand. See, it's easy to say I'm doing too much because then I could be indirect. I could hide, whatever. I don't gotta really play the game. Play the game. See, like playing the game means interacting with the woman and letting her know that hey, I'm trying to bone you. But see, guys can't do that because they're gonna think they're doing too much. But this the truth of the matter. Nature is bone first, ask questions later. Not ask questions first and then bone. Most women think that way. Like they tell their sons and stuff, just like that fool was in here. Why they gotta be hoes? Why this? Why that? Because they're trying to protect the matrix. And the truth is, if she don't want to sleep with you and when you suggest it or bring it up, she don't like you. If you guys are scared to bring up sex on the first conversation. I'm not scared to bring that up in the first 1 to 2 conversations. I'm not scared to bring that up. Now, am I just gonna flat say I wanna you? Nah, probably not. I'm not gonna hold you. Probably not gonna say it like that. Now have I? Probably. I don't really remember. I probably said it that way before. But it's all about context. It's all about context. Um, in today's time, it's best to pay for it, Brody. No, he said, "LOL, spin that shit and keep it pushing." TDF, what's good with you, bro? You tripping, bro? What you mean spin that? If I go outside and I go to the downtown area of my town, of my city, of my town. Well, not my city, but my town. Because we got a downtown in the city and we got a downtown in the town, which I was at earlier. I'm not spending shit for these bitches. Not a fucking red penny. And then here's the worst part. That's called submission, brother. We're not doing that. And I don't know if it's because I'm a Leo. I don't know if it's because my father's side of the family Muslim, but we don't submit. I'm not a submissive creature. It's just not in me, bro. It's just not in me. I can't submit. I'm a warrior, bro. Like everything I do gotta be over the top. So it's like when I see a chick, bro, my mind saying, "Oh, this is she's beta." Automatically, she's a beta male, and that's what we need to do because guys got to remember who they are. Because, like I said, if here's the thing, here's the crazy part, because I'm yapping, and sometimes when I yap, I know I'm making people feel uncomfortable, and they're like, "Yo, I don't know if he's saying the right thing." But here's the thing, bro. Hold on, let me see. I mean, most dudes think they gonna find they love at first sight interaction when two women, when the woman they got that shit in abundance. I'm saying guys don't talk to women can't play their game. Guys that don't talk to women can't. So you're basically saying because a lot of guys want to fuck them, but they fail to, that I should submit and start paying money out of my pocket to get some quick yams. That's what you're trying to tell me? Because you telling me because my town has a lot of guys in it that can't fuck these bitches, that I should join their club. That's basically what you're saying. Because these guys can't do it, I should jump in the pool of them and be like them instead of me be like me and say, okay, I'm only going to fuck with chicks that are submissive. And I'm going to stand on the hill that I stand on, die on that hill, whatever, live on it, die on it. You see what I'm saying? You're going to reach in your pocket and say, oh, this is easier. This is more comfortable. That's soft. This is more comfortable. This I don't gotta risk getting hurt. That's basically what that is, bro. I don't gotta risk getting hurt. I don't gotta get played. And here's the thing. I'm not gonna say it's soft because I did just say it's soft, but I understand how and why guys take the easy route, path of least resistance, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, get about my crib. But you could do that without money. You could literally do that without money. You could do it without money. And that's why I asked the question up there. Can you hold a convo with fine shit? You see how it all tied together? Can you look? I'm asking y'all elementary basic question that me and you, we not even paying attention to the title and it still came up. Because I'm sure when I said what you said, you're like, nah, niggas can't just go outside and just get at these bitches like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that a man shouldn't make money, right? That's the misconception. I believe money is something that God or the devil put on earth for people to hunt after, scavenger after, and get. Right? It could be an asset, just like the woman is like what God or the devil put here for us to go after and hunt, and could be an asset or a liability. It just depends on if it's good money or bad money, good women or bad women. You know what I'm saying? But guys are just taking the easy route out. That's I got money, let me just pay for this. But what's the point in that? I mean, you bust a nut, you could just jerk off and bust a nut and keep your money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? We don't pay for it. We don't pay for it. What's good, Cabela? How you doing? Where you from? How old you is? But anyway, this conversation was simply about can guys hold conversation with fine shit? And the reason why I use the term fine shit is because chances are 99% of guys who are going to watch this video, y'all are not going to go up to a woman y'all don't want to sleep with. So in some form or fashion, she's fine shit to you. Right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You wouldn't even walk up to a bitch if you ain't think she was somewhat attractive. And we're going to get into that. If a man don't talk to women much, he's going to go for the same boring convo tactics as any other lonely dude. Women ain't going to fuck with that. No, that's not true. Well, you okay, here's another time where you're right and wrong at the same time. And this is why I make these videos, because everything y'all say ain't wrong. Y'all just need somebody to smooth out the kinks of what you're saying. So you're saying something that's genuinely right, right? It's historically and always going to be true, right? And this is in any game, not just talking to women. This is in chess. This is in any basketball. This is in any skill. Singing, rapping. People do patterns when they start a new skill. They say, "Oh, well, this is the easiest path of resistance. I'm just gonna move my pawn up one thing. I'm gonna move the 2 pawns in the middle up." When I'm talking to a woman, I'm just gonna say, "Excuse me, how you doing?" And you're gonna spam the same shit. And what you're saying is actually right, biblical. Guys are gonna try to squeeze down a path that many men has traveled, right? Just like any other thing. Everybody want to be Tupac. Everybody want to wear a bandana. You know what I'm saying? It's just culture. It's just easy. It's just what it is, right? But I was hoping when I made this video, a couple people would slide in this chat that's above that level. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm building this channel still, and as time goes on, it's gonna be newcomers, pause. And that's the thing about gravity, you know, we struggle, we grind, you feel what I'm saying? And we build. Hold on. He said, I'm a master at being right and wrong. LOL. Laugh my ass off. True that. Yeah, man. Well, every human being is right and wrong. Every human being is right and wrong. The Bible even say we're born in sin, whatever, right? You know, it's all black and white at the end of the day, with a little bit of gray area. And that's where the conversation come from, the gray area. We know we was born men. We know we want to fuck, but she don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell niggas. I don't give a fuck about no money. She don't even care about the money. You know, I was raised on you know, by my mom and shit like that. And I understand women and their manipulative ways a lot. And one thing I always find funny is that when women are thinking you soft, they will basically say some shit to you that they don't even care about. And that's why tricking is so funny to me, because women don't care about your money. The only person you tricking is yourself. And it's like such a trick that's under your nose that you'll never really catch on to it type shit. Like, oh, well, I could just hide behind my money and just, you know, I could just use money. And the crazy part is like, yeah, you can, you know, you can get some pussy, but like, that's not, I hope people know that that's not game. Facts, they operate differently. Who operate differently? All I'm saying, man, can you hold a conversation with some fine shit? If you can't, you can't say you got any game. And fine shit is any woman you walking up to, because you wouldn't have walked up if you wouldn't fuck her. That's what I'm trying to get guys to realize. You wouldn't even walked up if you wouldn't fuck. And yep, she could be, yep, she could be fugly, she could be medium ugly, anything. But if you walked up to her, it's something about her that's sexy to you, right? Because I know every time I make an approach, I gotta backward rationalize, especially if I get rejected. I'm like, damn, why even walk up to this ugly bitch? But the truth is, she's not ugly. You just can't handle the fact that you can't fuck. You see what I'm saying? Or you can't handle the fact that you didn't say, like you said, some more smooth. Like, you probably said the thing you comfortable saying instead of being able to like improvise and think on the spot and say something that is um more of a hook attached to it. You know, that's all conversation is a bunch of hooks. Shout out to my boy FaZe in the motherfucking chat. My boy coming right in here with the shit. My boy FaZe. What's good, FaZe? How you feeling today, bro? I was gonna make some good content for y'all today, but we got some technical difficulties. We gotta go to the bike shop tomorrow. We gotta go ahead and I probably gotta buy a whole new tire. You know what I'm saying? Because I already bought one tire, shit like $19, the front tire. But now, as soon as I got this tire, the back tire, and that just mean the guy who I bought the bike from, your battery about to die. That just mean the bike the guy I got the bike from, the tires was already kind of old. And you know, you can't cheat this shit. Even financial game, you can't cheat life at all. Like you thinking, oh, I'm about to get this guy giving me a deal right here. I'm coming up. Nope, you still gotta come out your pocket because I paid like 160 for that mug. So I really had a good deal. Um, because he was charging like 170, but I think I can only talk him down like $10. But then paying that extra 40 for the two tires, you know, it shit all add up. And I'm trying to get some meta glasses tomorrow. So it's like I gotta be that's another $60 right there, bro. Cause the meta glasses, that's $70. The meta glasses gonna be like 60, no, 50. Yeah, 50. And then I gotta get another tire. So it's gonna be 20, $19. Um, and then that's how the devil try to disparage y'all too. Another way the devil try to get you, try to keep you broke. Like that's the biggest thing that I've seen. That the devil, he's always attacked my transportation. And I can't say he attacked my money in general. I just wasn't a money type of nigga. Like, you know, like I always had Chinese food money, pizza box money, pizza money, but it's like I see how people struggle. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why I refuse to be a trick as well. I rebuke it in the first place, but that's another reason why I'm just like, nah, it ain't no way in hell. Because I know these men is doing the same thing. They like, man, listen. Because first of all, women are the real tricks. If you watch any movie in the early 2000s, niggas was sleeping on their couches. Niggas was driving their cars in the early 2000s, right? I don't know how y'all allowed the government to flip y'all brains to start paying shit for women when you were raised in a way where that's not ever how it was. You know what I'm saying? It's all because you don't got no game. It always gonna boil down to that simple thing, right? Because game isn't just saying a smooth line. You feel me? These it's not just saying a smooth line, it's leadership. Oh, how can you lead her if she's paying for everything? Tell that bitch what to do, whether she paying for it or not. But here's the crazy part. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, and it's her also simultaneously knowing that this nigga know how to talk to women because in her brain she's like, okay, do or die. Because here's the truth. If you like somebody, you do things that you wouldn't do for somebody you don't like. It doesn't matter. We could say it's manipulation, is this, is that. It could be manipulation, but you're gonna, if even if I'm a trick, right? Oh, I'm gonna give this little $50 to this chick that look alright, but when this bad bitch come around, it's a little 200. So why is it okay when it's on them? But it's not okay for her to pay my cell phone bill. It's not okay for her to fix my bike tire. It's not okay for her to fucking you know, make me potato salad and shit. It ain't okay for her to fucking clean my shoes off and shit. Why is it not okay? It is okay. I'm gonna answer your question. It is okay. I am Rich Money. Subscribe right now. Do you want to hear right now Gucci gangster rap? Dudes think tricking is game. Nah, facts. Hold on. He said cheat code. Look for an attractive woman that you're not attracted to. Your fake confidence can overpower her. Who has fake confidence? What the fuck are you hooting and hollering about? Listen, man, I'm about to block you, Lewis. Keep reciting that bullshit, and you're gonna get blocked. We're not playing tonight. We're not playing tonight. We're gonna be live for like another 30 minutes. We're gonna be live for like another 30 minutes. But like I said, we got business to handle, and that's the thing about life. Like, it's like, how can you trick if see the only thing that make women me look at them and be like, oh, okay, they're not really. Only thing that make me resonate with what the shit that women is doing is that they're not doing anything wrong. They're not doing anything wrong because women, this the thing, they're doing everything I'm telling guys to do. They have their own money. They have their own job. They have their own car. They have what is called the USA starter kit. They have the starter kit already. So when they choose the guys that they want to sleep with, they're going to be more picky. And a lot of guys can't handle that because they think that, I don't know what they think, but they're not seeing this shit clear. You see what I'm saying? But it's really for the same reason I was just saying. A lot of the movies, a lot of the music, a lot of that pimp talk, it indoctrinated guys to be lazy and indoctrinated guys to say, oh, well, as long as I look what Lil Wayne say, I could give a fuck about these haters as long as my bitches love me. And that's kind of a horrible mentality to have. It's good. I understand what he's trying to say because I feel the same way. But I had to check myself because that's not real nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just not real. You know what I'm saying? It's not a realistic perspective. It's not a realistic perspective. Um, because on this channel we talk about self-esteem. That's basically my whole fucking channel is built around self-esteem, and you can't put your hands on self-esteem if you're running after something you can't catch. And even if you get the bitch and you scared to lose her, you don't got self-esteem. Which is why tricking is idiotic in nature. It's idiotic in nature. Tricking doesn't even exist to me. If a bitch try to make me trick, I'm just gonna laugh. And she ain't getting no more time, and she ain't getting no more dick. So it's a double, triple threat defense on that shit. Try me, bitch. You see what I'm saying? And that's what self-esteem is knowing that, hey, nope, that's a boundary. Cause I'm not like them niggas. Give a fuck what you think. Give a fuck who you met and who you know. I don't give a fuck about your ancestors and your grandmother telling you this is how you get a guy to do this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get a guy to do shit that a guy don't want to do. You can make a bitch do something, but you can't make no man do nothing. Love you first. Wait, love you first. A lot of dudes don't love themselves. A lot of guys don't know themselves. So we got a deeper issue than just loving yourself. People love themselves. If you put people in certain situations, they're gonna choose themselves because, hey, I don't want to die. I love myself. Period. But I never assume that people don't love themselves because it's kind of like I believe God put everything inside of every organism to naturally to like look out for themselves. If they knew better, they would do better. That's what it really is. Like most niggas just don't know. So ignorance is their God, but it's a silent God. You see what I'm saying? Like like I said, it's like the blind leading the blind. So at that point, your best, the person you look up to the most, that's the best teacher you could find, still don't have all the answers. That's how deep America goes in history and shit like that. It's like history is the key to now type shit. And if you're not constantly, you feel me? Feel me? Like if you're not constantly reading history and constantly trying to reroute yourself, then you're supposed to be a trick. You're supposed to be a girl, nigga. Not even a trick. You're supposed to be something different. You're not supposed to be a man in no capacity. Like a lot of guys, like if you really look at nature, which you know, and it's a lot of different knowledge on Earth. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different cultures. It's a lot of different wisdom. And like I said, people's best resource usually ain't still enough, or maybe it is enough. When all of us cut off all of our phones and we go listen to a podcast, y'all don't know who I'm listening to. Y'all don't know where I get my influences from. I just talk about talking to bitches on this shit. So that's what people think that is all about for me when it comes to me. Or that nigga Game Like Will, he just talk about bitches. But it can't be about bitches. It can't be, because women are a byproduct of your mission. So it's never about them, and it'll never be about them. Which is why tricking is not even a, it's not even a, that shit doesn't even exist to me. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I've never been a trick. I understand the times we living in. It's kind of like niggas is being forced to trick. But I just, I rebuke it in all fashions. You know what I'm saying? In all fashions, in every single dimension and geometric of Earth's fucking, he said, Tiger. That ain't it. Would you listen to a song? No. But women like guys they can't control. So I could be right or wrong on any topic throughout my 24 hours of any day. For the rest of my life, I could just be wrong. And the fact that I just don't let her control me, it's going to make me so hot to her, so attractive, that she's going to cheat on her boyfriend that she can't control. Isn't that crazy? Is that tricking too? Is that tricking? Because only thing money does is show people they can't fuck with you. They can't control you. Having money just make people realize, oh, I'm flexing, nigga. You can't control me. I'm getting money. The same way that not getting money just you go to prison or die, or make family members control you without even trying to control you. Really, they just get bored and start telling you what to do with your life. Because I mean, we're both broke, so I guess I could tell you what to do. Because you're right next to me. I mean, if you knew what to do, right, you'll be getting money. So it get to a point where it's like funny, because game is more things than just whatever you want. You have a kickable face. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, it's just about integrity, and a lot of women don't have it. Some do, I guess. I mean, somewhere in the planet, right? But not as frequent as they try to paint it and how they want you to think and believe it. And it's like most people don't even know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just saying, it's so easy to just chase women, kiss somebody's ass. Why should I make you a moderator? Like, how easy is it to create standards in real time? And I'm talking about dating, right? If I'm walking on the sidewalk and I see some shit I want to talk to, and I open up a conversation and she's giving me some engagement, right? If I say to myself, okay, I want to fuck her, I don't know if she wants to fuck me. Again, women, they don't really have an answer to that, which is what I find to be humorous. Like, because a lot of people think when you go on the internet, some people make it seem like women don't like nobody. And then other people make it seem like, women are hoes. But from my perspective, they really are just, they look at men the same way they look at what they about to eat for dinner tonight. Like, it's not really as big of a problem as you think it is. And it's like, the more of a problem you think it is, the more of a problem she finds it to be. Like, because remember, no matter what they do, they're cursed by their own gender to be submissive. So if you act like a bitch, they're like, oh, well, that's what's going on. If you act like a man, they're like, oh, well, I guess that's what's going on. And whatever frequency you persist on is the one that it is. Because the truth of the matter is, nobody ain't confused but a damn woman. Men are not confused creatures. God didn't even make men confused. But men can confuse each other. We could manipulate each other. That's the thing about it. We can, AMOG each other and kick each other while we're down and shit like that, just to get some pussy. Just to get some pussy. Just to get some ass. Just to get some pussy. Just, that's it. So if a chick look at y'all like she went ready for y'all to trick, remember the GL Dub told you, man, listen, not only did mama didn't raise no trick, but my legacy, my last name, and everything I stand for is not that. And now, because the bitch thought she could trick you into being a trick, now she got a trick on you in order for you to even take her serious. That's the only revenge for a bitch thinking she could play with you like that. Because remember, 80% of guys women are going to run into are suckers. They're going to cry about that bitch. They're going to forgive her for everything she do. They're going to be like running after the bitch. What you mean nasty word? Like, I'm telling you, like, bruh, at the end of the day, if a woman wants to cheat, she gonna cheat, bruh. If a woman wants to cheat, she's gonna cheat. This is some real ism right here. What I look like tricking on a bitch. Listen, here's the thing about women, right? They're good people. They're good people. They're good people, but they're damned by their nature to be submissive. So my whole thing to y'all guys is, when I say, do you know how to hold a conversation with fine shit? Like, getting women is not that hard. It's literally ignoring the ones that's acting like they shit don't stink. By literally approaching, like, if you leave the crib tomorrow at 7 p.m., the sun going down, go to the busiest street near you, you'll run into about 15 women or less. Like, I'm talking about the ones you approach. You'll probably run into more than 15, but the ones that you actually walk up to and say something. In the midst of that, you should be able to interrupt the disrespect. Like if there's any type of like I said, you approach her, she don't stop walking. She kept walking, but she's like, you're like, you got Instagram? She's like, no, I don't got Instagram. Oh, okay. Well, look, you have a good day. You interrupted you keeping on walking behind her and following her. Cool. Now that you snapped that fucking cord of what that hypnosis you was under, go in another direction and see a new bitch. Do the same thing like 3 times. For each 3 times you do that, you're going to catch one. For each 3 times you do that, there's going to be one chick that looks at you and say, well, this guy's kind of hot. I don't mind talking to him. Whatever. And here's the crazy part, right? If you can't talk to a chick on the sidewalk, you can't talk to a chick that you feel like is really some fine shit. That's where the title came from of the fucking thing. You can't do it. You can't. Look, you can open up your mouth, pause, and say something, but you can't consistently keep the conversation flowing and going if you think she looked that good. Because you know how the pimp say some bitches come in, they come in leaving. The ones you really want usually do that. And I wish it was a million people in here so I could just tell them the one in the chat if they know what I'm talking about. Because I know for a fact a bunch of niggas would agree with that. You could catch bitches, yes. But the ones that you really be crushing on, the ones you really, really want, I guarantee that it's a mindset. It's a mentality. Because those the women, all women are looking at how comfortable you are in respect to them being around you. Like when they're around you, they're like, how comfortable is this nigga? Because I'm telling you, you can't fake this shit. That's why guys can't fuck. Because just like if you're around a chick that you're not that attracted to, you don't even flinch. Because you're already assuming that, oh, I could fuck her, I could do this and that, and that's easy. And I ain't even gonna get no kudos from nobody for doing no shit like that. So it's no stakes, it's no high stakes attached to that interaction. You put a bitch in front of you that got a nice hip ratio. You put a chick in front of you that seemed like the type of chick that you couldn't pull at a certain point in your life. Those are the chicks you should be fucking with. You should be fucking with the bitches that you know when other niggas see her, they're like, damn, how this nigga pull this bitch? See what I'm saying? And if I'm being quite frank with y'all, I'm being honest, those are the easiest bitches. And that's why it's so much of a hallelujah type of situation, because I'm telling you, I don't know what's in the air, but it's something spiritual where guys have lost their way and they cannot conduct, I'm telling you, a conversation with a hoe. Because I'm telling you, it's really the conversation that rule the nation. It's really not, it's really, listen, it's the conversation that make you play the bitch like a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that shit without proper conduct. Your verbal boxing game being legit. I don't give a fuck if she look like J-Lo. If you know what to say, she gonna see you with a halo. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what's going on. And that's the thing. The skill that you don't have when you get around what you deem a bad bitch, you cannot conduct yourself the same way across the board. Conducting yourself the same way across the board is the only way to play the game. Anytime you play the game outside of that, you're going to blunder automatically. How to get girls? Money or just be myself? Why not do both? I feel like a part of me being myself is getting a couple dollars. I feel like I couldn't, if as long as I'm broke, women are gonna look at me funny because they're like, nigga, you don't even seem like the type of nigga to be broke. So it's like some niggas financially situation is different. So money is not a money has nothing to do with mouthpiece. My question is, how many conversational topics do y'all have to bring up? That's true wealth. See, before money was invented, niggas had conversations about the future, about how things are now. Before AI got here, before ChatGPT got here, before planes in the sky, before cars was invented, people sat down in a circle and talked about what they might could do, what they might can't do, and what they might try to do tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing on the planet that been invented better than a conversation. Because a conversation ain't been invented. That's something that to do with like genuine respect. And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, conversation is how you get that bad bitch respect. You're not gonna get the bitch that the ones that y'all feel like y'all can't catch. Y'all could easily catch them by knowing what to say and knowing what not to say. But you learn what not to say by going out there and saying a bunch of shit. So by going out there, like I said, go to your busiest street near your crib and continuously spark open the conversation. And just watch which directions these bitches go in and how they act, and watch how you don't got no game, and watch it over and over and over and over. You gotta play like Kobe when he was practicing, nigga. Trying to be like Jordan. This is sacrifice. You don't get shit in life without sacrifice. That's another thing that niggas would have talked about in the circle back in the day before iPhones was out here. Know what I'm saying? Man, I really want to fuck that chick across the street, that chick, the what the Flintstones, motherfucking like you a caveman talking to your men in the cave about this chick Jazanaki across the street or some shit. And you talking this other language and you like, man, it ain't no way for me to get her unless I go talk to the bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's the same square root situation prehistorically right now. And guys are like, man, I don't know if I got the confidence, man. I don't know. Listen, this is another thing I want y'all to understand. Narcissism is a good thing for men. It's a bad thing for women. And when men stop being narcissistic, women start being narcissistic. And that's what we're seeing now. Ego is a good thing. It's good to have ego and pride. Pride is, bruh, they don't trick niggas into thinking pride is a bad word. You're supposed to be proud of who you are. You know, when you love yourself, you ride with yourself, right or wrong. Whether I'm wrong or right, I'm riding with myself 10 out of 10 times. Anything else is submissive. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anything else is submissive. I'm not saying it's not okay sometimes to be soft. I'm not saying it's okay sometimes. It's not okay sometimes to take a knee in a situation. You know what? I'm not going to just act out of spite. I'm not going to, backdoor my homie because he slept with my girl or some shit. Man, I'm going to let him get off on that because at the end of the day, that happens. That happens. That happens in life sometimes. Right? Now, I'm not saying that, it's whatever you want to do. Whatever your personality's, whatever your intuition telling you to do is what you're going to do. But I'm just saying that sometimes in life, the strongest men could take the most knees in situations because it costs to be the boss. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be a great man, You know what I'm saying? You can't live by another man's playbook. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how good Kobe got, I'm gonna always remember this nigga was trying to be like Jordan. And I hate that because he was so talented. But I love Jordan so much, and I love his style, and I love the way he plays so much that it makes me not respect Kobe shit as much because he was trying to be like Jordan. And you can never be better than somebody you're trying to be like. So I'm big on individuality, basically. I'm big on individuality. And you can't, yo, if y'all, the way you get and sleep with more women is by being an individual. If you a spiritual type of nigga, bring that up to women in conversation. If they don't like you and they run for the hills, let them run for the hills. Bet you they'll come back. Promise you that. They either come back or maybe they won't. But listen, if you like crystals and fucking rocks and shit, I kind of like that type of shit. Like I don't buy crystals and shit. But I'm just saying, like, I'm interested in all of that type of shit. Like that shit is psychologically, I psychologically see the use in nature all the time. Like I'm just a nature type of nigga. It is what it is. And I believe everybody's like that. They just act like they not. Originality for exactly. That's why we love Tupac. We can't find one nigga he was trying to be like. We cannot find one person. We can't find one person Jordan was trying to be like. Michael Jackson. Those are true, genuine. That's what I call like those are real, like, how can I explain it? Like, because when I watch Jordan play basketball, he's dominant. That's what I'm trying to say. Like and women sleep with dominant entities. It don't matter if you're a dog, a man, a woman. If you got a sense of dominance, and like you said, it come from being original. So everyone wants to be masculine, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's being original. Like, damn, who was I before I even started this YouTube channel? So damn, why don't I kind of remember this and that, and I incorporate some of that into, oh, now my shit catching more traction. I wonder why. It's because maybe people don't resonate with what you're doing. Maybe you need to be the guy that you was, you know what I'm saying, or is. You know, like lean into your authenticity, and that quantum leaps you sometimes, because a lot of people get lost in the sauce. Shout out to Gucci Man when he said that. You know, he said you gotta be seasoned. He said you can have the sauce, but you can get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit, man. Like, when you tell a bitch she beautiful, if you want to tell her that it's real and it's authentic, it's gonna hit her nervous system. Oh damn, he really think I'm beautiful. They go for that sometime. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not against compliments like I used to be, but I'm not gonna do it just because, to me personally, I'm at a point in my life where I got more game to offer than telling her she's beautiful. I know women like to hear that shit, but it's not always cool to use that off the rip. Pioneers, exactly. 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 And it's not easy because sometimes who you are, you can't even afford to be yourself when you first jump into a game. Like, example, nobody's gonna beat Kobe up because he wanted to be like Jordan as a kid. But once you really dropping buckets on niggas, you gotta pull the parachute, jump out the plane. No pun intended. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just saying you really got to do that, and I'm being honest about it. Just coincidence that he died that way. But what I'm trying to say is you really gotta fucking differentiate yourself once you get to a certain point. Just like your dad. Everybody wants to be like their dad, but at a certain point, it's like, yo, I'm not him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like him. I'm not God. I'm like God. You know what I'm saying? I'm like God. I'm not God. Because if somebody punched me, I'm punching them back. Hold on. Yeah, point made. I ain't. Thank you for the gift, Coco. Yeah, I ain't mean no disrespect, but yeah, I had to make that point. That, you know what I'm saying. the parachute analogy, because we all got idols. We all got people we look up to, and that's just gonna be how it's gonna go. You feel me? Like, there's no way to even learn the skill you're trying to learn without having direction. So whether it's through a coach or it's through another player, you're gonna automatically need direction. And it don't matter who you is, you're gonna be lost without direction. Kobe probably wouldn't have been Kobe if he was trying to be, if he had another favorite basketball player. Shit, Jordan damn near one of my favorite like Kevin Durant is my favorite basketball player. But Jordan is one of them. You know what I'm saying? And when I played basketball, I didn't play shit like Kevin Durant. I played like me. Gotta be in the trenches to learn. Facts. Tell guys to approach 15 women every day. You're right. You do gotta be in the so-called trenches to learn. But you gotta also redefine the word trenches. Because when you say the word trenches, it sounds like you saying the hood. Is that what you're referring to, my friend? There's definitely some fine shit in the hood, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Be coachable, too. Be coachable. Well, being coachable and being real aren't always the same thing, if that makes sense. Like, when I started playing basketball, I'll give you an example. My jump shot was like this. My jump shot was how it was. I really learned from different periods of my life how to really shoot a basketball, right? And that my shot will go in usually. My shit is cash. Shit goes in. But you take little, like you said, coachable moments from like different things. But ultimately, you're not who's coaching you. So they could tell you flick your wrist more, or you know, they could give you some pointers, like you're saying. But if you don't want to lose your natural comfortable job that goes in. If it goes in, it goes in. Not really the hood. I'm from there. But as far as putting in the work, yeah, facts. Facts. Whatever that look like. Whatever that looks like. Like, it's times and moments where I'm like, I don't even know what my next move really is. But that's what you talk about, is when I go into the part of me that's the trenches and I pull something out that is, I guess, profound or different or unique. Because I could do the same thing someone else doing and it's still unique. You know what I'm saying? Relatable to a coach telling you you slipping in the game. Yeah, but a coach is just a player that can't play basketball no more. So you're right. They could tell you slipping. So in a way, you're right. Be open to that criticism. Be coachable. You're absolutely right. But it's kind of like a yang yin type of thing, because it's like, if you're already good at something on your own, and it kind of reminds me of Allen Iverson's story. He was like, practice? You talking about practice? But shit, you Allen Iverson, but you could have been better. You know what I'm saying? There's really no limit to getting better. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. You know, there's nothing wrong with criticism. I'm not against criticism. You know, uh, I'm not against criticism. You can learn other techniques to add to your ammunition. AI wasn't with the practice. Yeah, man. Bro was offended. Nah, facts. You gotta practice though, man. That nigga was just nice. He was a street baller turned pro. You know what I'm saying? He had the crossover. He was short, had the handle. Some people just play the sport for fun and they just end up in the NBA. Like that's how I was with basketball. Like I liked to play basketball outside with my friends and shit. Once it becomes you got to go to practice, you got to do this, you know, all the responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? They get a little different. They feel a little different, but it's like beggars can't be choosers, man. If you really want something, you got to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And you can't have your cake and eat it too on certain things in life. And I guess that's to me that's the biggest lesson you can learn just across the board with whatever you're doing. If you want to be a rapper, you got to be in that booth every day. It shit might feel like death, but hey, you know, some people are in a office, little box, cubicle type job, and it's not healthy. A lot of people don't lost in life, like literally lost their health just because they needed to make money. And I think about that sometimes, like that shit. You really gotta have balance. You know what I'm saying? Really gotta have balance. Really gotta have balance. And that's another thing I want to talk about when it comes to dating is really balance. Like if you walking up to a chick and she walking away from you, nigga, it's already letting me know, like nigga, you do you love yourself or not? Like let that bitch go. And I do it so often. I've been doing that since middle school though. Like I'm really a hunter for real. Like if I want you, if I got enough time to get you, I'm gonna get you if I really want you. You know what I'm saying? But it's not enough time if you're not in school with the chick or if it's not like a daily running, like not even enough time to get these hoes for real. And that's the thing that guys don't have a realistic viewpoint about is that like, and that's why I say if you can't hold the conversation, you're gonna have so much failure with this shit that it could possibly take you out the game because it could become stressful. It literally could become stress if you don't have conversation skills. Like literally everything we talk about as dating coaches, as all of this shit could backfire if you don't catch on to how to conduct at least an 8 move conversation, aka 8 sentence conversation. At least you gotta at least be able to have 8 responses, one opener, 6, you know, middle game fucking moves, and then one closing thing, one closing move. What's your Instagram? What's this? What's that? You know, I'll see you when I see you. Whatever, bye, bitch. Whatever. But the middle 6 moves, you know, teasing her, push pull, whatever your moves are, you got to be able to create some type of tension, like rubbing two sticks together to create a fire or a spark. If there's no spark, there's no fucking. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you look like. Give a fuck where you're from. If there's no spark, like two sticks rubbing together in the conversation, we don't got no electricity. Don't nothing in the USA run without electricity. Nothing. Not even people. We need electrolytes. Or it's dead. Your shit is gonna be dead if you don't eat nothing with electrolytes in it. You literally gonna feel dead. And that's how women feel when you ain't got no energy. That's how women feel when you ain't know what the fuck to say. That's how women feel when she say I got a boyfriend and you don't say, man, fuck that nigga, I'm still trying to fuck what's good. She don't feel that umph coming from you, that excitement that she's like, man, listen, this is a true masculine man. At least I could get that dick on the side and then go back home to my nigga. Something. But I'm not gonna just fuck some loser out here that just don't got no energy and he don't even know how to conduct a conversation. You know what I'm saying? The conversation is it's like the water hose. It's the structure of the water is the words, but the conversation is like the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell her she's beautiful, make her feel beautiful. That's more P than telling her she's beautiful. You can make a woman feel beautiful Twiz, just by acknowledging her and giving off the right type of energy. When you start ignoring the bitch, she should feel that because you come in with so much light. You come in with so much love and light with how you're talking that by the time you turn your face this way, she should be like, wait, hold on. Why I feel like something's missing? Because she was just getting all that energy. As soon as you look the other way, she's like, damn, where'd that nigga go? She gonna go hang with some other niggas, don't even know how to talk to her. Man, I'd rather go guns blazing than not go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather shoot my shot and she say, oh, I don't got no Instagram. And then you say, oh, all right, take care. And she leave and then go, say she's going to meet her two female friends, which usually these chicks, you know, they bumping punanis and shit. But going to meet her two female friends and she go get her Budweiser, whatever, sit her candy ass down. And they all sit down and they all drinking. Yeah, some boy outside tried to talk to me, try to holler at me. They gonna talk about it real quick, laugh at it. But then when they really sit 5 minutes into that conversation, they're like, wait, hold on, we some bored bitches. Like, we are some lonely, deprived, bored bitches. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, just because they bored, they should fuck with you. But I'm just saying, the truth is this. I'd rather shoot my shot and miss an airball than not do anything. And until guys get like that, I'm gonna always be able to make content because I know it's a lot of niggas that didn't go outside today. I know it's a lot of niggas that didn't even try to talk to no draws tonight. I know it's a lot of guys who, hey, I could do this shit I could be on this same video for a year straight, make $1 billion off this motherfucker. Because guys can't talk to women they think are pretty. If you think this bitch is really sexy, you're gonna be fried. You're not gonna know what to say. You're gonna stumble over your words. You're gonna feel like, damn, I don't deserve this hoe. And that's actually gonna fry you indirectly because God didn't make you to be a sucker or a loser. Let's really get to the nitty gritty. God didn't even make you to sit there like that, act like no bitch. See, if I got big brother, I'm definitely gonna punch y'all in your chest. I'm gonna really do it because I believe in every man so much. Because God put the same stuff inside of everybody. Heart, balls, dignity. If you want her and you see her and you want to fuck her, say something. You sitting there, let the bitch feel so special, and she already know you want that somebody wants to fuck her because her track record say niggas been trying to fuck me. So ignoring women ain't the answer, fellas. For y'all guys out here who think y'all gonna just ignore women and shit. Last year was the last summer that you should ever do that shit. In fact, you should be fucking so many chicks that all the chicks that reject you end up calling their friend one day and be like, yeah, I met this new guy. What do he look like? Send me him. Oh, that nigga tried to fuck me. You know what I'm saying? It should be like a fucking forest fire. You should just be running through bitches. And let me tell you something. If you don't know how to spark up a conversation that doesn't easily blow out like a fire in the middle of fucking the North Pole, then it's not going to be heavy. If you can't talk with her, you can't walk with her. You know what I'm saying? If you can't talk with her, you can't walk with her. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing guys fail to realize. They always want to make an excuse. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. Like we said earlier, people got to get up, go to their 9-to-5 jobs, go to the cubicle. They know they got back pains, they got neck pains, but they got to make money. And you got to fuck bitches. God ain't put you here to say, what's good, bro? How you doing, King? God ain't put you here to be square. God put you here to be fair. And fair is sexy to women. Fair is, I see you, I want to fuck you. I'm honestly going to tell you, stupid ass, hey, I want to fuck you. I'm not going to say it like that, though, but I'm going to say it's going to be at least 80 to 95% recognizable by the end of this conversation. I might even indirectly go like this while I'm talking to you, and then I might look at my hands and be like, you know what this mean, right? It's like, what that mean? You don't know. And then you hint at the same thing that you would have said directly if you could. If you had the integrity to just say, no, I want to bend you over, I want to do this, I want to do that. But you can't say that. But you say it without saying it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, D's? You say it without saying it. And that's, if she don't fuck you after that, then it's just fate or something that got in the way, or maybe she just didn't really want to fuck you like that. I mean, shit happens, but she could never say that nigga wasn't about to try to fuck me. That nigga wasn't trying to, he was trying to. And guys think and they assume just because they trying to fuck that the woman is gonna like be anti trying to get fucked. That's not true. Especially not in my life. Every time I don't try to fuck, the chick seem like they more than happy that I'm even trying to do shit. Opposed to being really mad. Like they're never genuinely mad at no shit like that. So I don't even know how guys get under this spell where they start thinking that, oh, she's gonna call the cops on me or something like that, or her big brother's gonna come with his shotgun, something like that. That's not even a fucking possibility in 99% of cases. Now there's that 1% where you talk to the wrong bitch, and she's gonna do something so dramatic that you gonna feel like you in a movie or something, like, damn, like, why is this happening to me? Like, but that bitch probably got issues, you know what I'm saying? She got issues. But outside of that crazy bitch, the whole rest of your town, the whole rest of the world, if you talk to them the right way, they're gonna fuck you. Hold on. Context behind the question. Context behind the question. When I say, can you hold a convo with fine shit? What you mean context? That's a blank question. What context do you need? My name is Game Like Will. I'm a lifestyle dating coach. I teach guys how to address the bad bitches in proximity to them. If you can't do it, that's the answer to the question. If you can't at least formulate 8 sentences, an opener, a close, and middle game, which is just 6 sentences, 3 and 3. Your memory won't even remember the fucking things you want to say. Because soon as the shout out to Alan Roger Curry, RIP, soon as the possibility of sex illuminates in your pineal gland, you're going to feel, damn, you know what? I don't know if I'm worthy. I don't know if I got this. I don't got a condom. I don't got this. You're going to start talking yourself out the pussy on some Afro samurai shit. You're going to start talking yourself out. You're going to be like, man, I don't deserve this sweet walls, these sweet walls. I don't deserve it. And that's going to be a blunder on the chessboard every time. Hold on, let me see. Talk to fine shit or run game, but you answered. Wait, what? Man, you can't talk to fine shit. You got to talk to yourself before you get to the fine shit, so that you know exactly what you got about to say, and you know you have to be like, if you ever watch people who do interviews, the person who hosts the interview, they never run out of questions. Them motherfuckers know everything they're gonna say. They know everything they're gonna fucking say. They already set up the chessboard before the fucking match started. And once the match start, they're just walking the fucking artist down a hallway that's inescapable. See what I'm saying? They're just walking them somewhere inescapable. That's all that they doing. Like an fucking interrogation. It's the same thing. If you talking to a bitch, you like, damn, she bad. I bet you I could fuck though. Your only job is to have the board set up ready in a way where it's like, okay, first of all, what's a woman's weaknesses? Women know all of our weaknesses. What do their parents teach them about guys? They just want to fuck. What's the worst thing though that they teach? That fucking voodoo spaghetti. Not only that, but let's go deeper. A man, they'll say shit like this: the key to a man's heart is through his stomach. It sounds innocent on the surface. This is how much game they running. It sounds innocent on the surface, but it's layers to that truth. Comes way from Africa. It's rooted from Africa. They're running African plays on you. They're running African Bambaataa plays on your American ass. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You can't fuck with that. You can't. If you can't pull her real self out, you can't fuck her. If the conversation's going on and you just believe everything she say and you just respond like a fucking dummy, you damn sure ain't getting no pussy. I'm telling you. Yeah, give me. Let me see. The moment they open their mouth, their language exposes them. Who, the guy? Well, yeah, it's because they appreciate the gift, my brother. The language, the language exposes them Break that down though. What you mean their language exposes them? Break that down. Now I be hearing other coaches say the language exposes them, but you got to break that down a little bit in your own way. What do you think that means? Right? Because if we don't add no uniqueness to that, then I don't even know what to say to that. Because it's true and false at that point. Because it's more true than it's false. But I'm just saying, if we don't put it in our own words, then how can we get to the bottom of that quote? Because obviously it's true. But what do you mean? The guy, as soon as he opens his mouth, his language exposes him. I feel like as soon as you open your mouth, your voice exposes you. I don't even think it's what you're saying. I think it's your voice. Like even me, when I talk, you hear a lot of my voice goes up because that's just pattern recognition. Like unconsciously, my voice just do that. But I can force it until it's trained to go into a more masculine direction. And if I do that long enough, I'm going to get more bitches just from that. And that's scientifically proven. Not to interrupt you, but what is the stream about? Dating. Just chopping up game facts. Watch that blood in the spaghetti. Yeah, man, they out here tripping on niggas. They out here tripping on niggas. And you could be young too, and they still gonna do that to you. No, I'm a loser. What I mean by your language exposes you is what comes out your mouth is what determines how far it goes. Get more specific though. Like what can a guy say? Like what do you mean? Like because I feel like if you got the right energy, the right vibe, you can say anything. And now, yeah, some women they're gonna naturally be on your ass but that's more of that like you gotta see when you really learn game, you learn trauma. And that some people, no matter how bad you look, she's just a bitch. Meaning the same thing that can make me hypersensitive to every little thing people say, that happens to women. So some women are sensitive as fuck. Like you could be joking with them and they just doing that to asshole you because she got played from some nigga in the past. So you got to differentiate and be more specific with exactly what someone might say that creates the language exposes method. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to think about my life. Like, what can I say that exposes me for what? What are you exposed about at that? Like, what could you say? Like, if you come in the right way, how can you be exposed if you're being yourself? You're just trying to have a conversation and it happens to have depth to it. And she can't control that. Like when you listen to the music, this is why I can't stop listening to Tupac. I've done tried. It's hard. And even other artists, like maybe Young Boy or whoever, sometimes you just get hit with this remembrance of why they are in the position they're in. Like you might try to cut off some music and then you hear a song, you're like, nah, this nigga really snapping right now. And it's an undeniable song. And that's what can win you back over in the good graces of that person. People don't like that because people like to see things black and white. Like, I'm trying to stop listening to this. I should never listen to it again. That's not reality. It's not magic. It's not chemistry. It's not science. It's not anything. And that's why boundaries is so important. So it's a difference between a boundary and her and you saying some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so easy to get confused in game. It's easy to be like, damn, bro, she ain't hit me up. She played in my face. She made it seem like she liked me and then she didn't hit me up. But you're not even realizing like you really don't care that she didn't hit you up, but you feel like you or you think you care, but you really don't care. You just bored. As soon as you get another bitch or a little bit more emotion, you don't even remember her. Like it's like a phantom type of thing going on, like a ghostly thing. You thought you seen a ghost, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know exactly how your language exposes you, and how can you be exposed to a prey when you're the predator? Like, how can you be? How can a lion be exposed to a deer? You understand what I'm saying? Because the lion don't really care what the deer think or got to say. Because a lion know when it show up, the stripes and the roar and whatever that God blessed that animal with, powerful. Now I'm not trying to be funny and I'm not trying to like gas guys up. I'm being honest. When you look at nature, you can't care what people think. It doesn't go together. Like when you was being born, right? You wasn't thinking like, what did everybody think? You just was being born. Like, it is what it is. However I look, whatever disorders I have or don't have, it is what it is. But here I come. It's kind of like when you look at it through nature lens, it's like, do I really care what this bitch think? Like, nah, I don't even know this bitch. I'm just trying to fuck this bitch. And I know it sounds extremely dark when women listen to shit like that sometimes, but they know because they be trying to fuck too. Can I ask Siri how to hold a conversation with fine shit? You tell me, can you ask Siri how to hold a conversation with fine shit? Whatever the mind can conceive. See, people can't force it on time. So what you say is also important. I don't understand what you mean when you're saying that. Great Dane, I don't understand that. People can't force it on time. So what you say is also important. I think I know what you're trying to say. Like if you run down on a chick and she's walking to the liquor store and you're like, I'm not about to chase this bitch. You're saying you can't force it on time. So what you say is also important. Yeah, what you say is important, but only in the midst of you not having aura. So you got to know what your strengths and weaknesses are. If you got electrifying energy, then you could just say anything. And energy is not unconditional. It's conditional. That's what a lot of niggas can't realize. That's why also, we got to talk about that at some point. Energy is conditional. It has a lot to do with your neurology. It has a lot to do with your diet. It has a lot to do with how you breathe. It has a lot to do with what type of thoughts are on the tip of your brain when you're walking up to her, towards her, to her, whatever. Like if you take a deep breath before you get right in her circumference, you're going to be more full of yourself, which is going to come across as attractive. But if you're taking shallow breaths before you get next to her, that all of that affects the interaction indirectly. And I believe in the indirect more than the direct, because you could say whatever you want, but if I'm not feeling you, I'm not feeling you. You feel what I'm saying? And women are more likely to shoot down a customer that's coming across as needy than somebody who don't want them at all. It's just facts. So yeah, what you say does matter, but I could be saying something that's mean and she still could suck my dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not reliable to lean on saying the perfect thing. It's reliable to lean on being who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like being more congruent with who I am before I even say anything. Like I said, setting up your chessboard before we even play. Like before we even play, I'm like, okay, I already know the things I need in order to play my best game. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses is what I'm trying to say. And knowing what to say helps because it kills awkward silence, I guess. But if you're really sexually attracted to her, it don't turn into awkward silence. It turns into sexual tension. So you got to know how to play with these knobs. No Diddy. You got to know how to limit. Like I used to make beats, so I know about like you got to fucking mix and master the beat and make it sound good. Mix the beat, and you got all these different effects and things you got to do to it to make it sound more clear so the rapper hears it for the first time. They're like, oh, this is a nice beat. It's the same thing. You know, you're just setting it up before you present it. Before you present it, before you walk up and say whatever you're gonna say, you're just making it perfect, you know? Like you're making what you gotta say um flush. Everything is cohesive. Nothing is like, okay, he's saying some smooth shit, but his energy is drained for some reason. Why is his energy drained? She's like, this nigga is a peasant. She's already thinking that unconsciously. Like, not only that, she's just thinking like I could control this nigga. Or even worse, I met somebody like this before. Opposed to, damn, this guy's a breath of fresh air. Because like I said, you could be saying something pretty ridiculous with the right energy, and it's like, damn, like I like this guy. I don't know why, but it's an inescapable. That's what I'm saying. It's an inescapable thing. Like, in fact, by saying the wrong thing in that situation could be sexier. You can't say something to turn her off. Wait, you can say something to turn her off. Rejection isn't bad either. Sometimes she saves you from wasting time. What you mean by that, bro? The energy is a big part too. Yeah, it's actually probably the biggest part. For me, it's been the only part because like I said, you could really just be walking directly past her and her friend. And because of what you've been eating and because your energy is so resilient, it's no holes in your energy. It's no negativity on your spirit. You didn't just get into an argument before you walked out the house. You know, your breath, your breathing, your breath work is there. You know, you're breathing slow. You're in that alpha, theta, fucking wave shit. And it's like, damn, this guy is actually charming. You know what I'm saying? Exposure isn't a bad thing. It's the language, whether it's appealing or not to the person. You could say some goofy shit that universally we all know that's goofy to say, or say something that has, I don't know if you put emojis right there, but it didn't pop up. Oh, it has a lasting impression on with that window. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is like it don't have to be the smoothest thing in the world. It just has to fit into her psychology of what she sees as okay, this is a good conversation. Like this is somebody like I could respond. He making it easy. Like I recorded a video earlier. I ain't drop it. It's called say things that's easy for women to respond to. Like, because a lot of guys, they're gonna overthink, and that's gonna do what you said, expose. It's gonna expose that you're creepy, that you don't have aura. You know what I'm saying? Because when you say lasting impression, that's a good way to frame it, because if we was to rate things to say on scale 1 through 10, lasting impression would be like from 7 to 10. Anything under the 7 would be kind of like something she heard before, or because guys also sleep on the fact that saying something she never heard before is actually one of the most attractive things you could do, because it's confusing her and it's forcing her to actually react to you in real life, opposed to just giving you a default response like, I have a boyfriend. Like, she be like, I don't got Instagram. You like, like, you could say something that just put a twist on what she said, and it could change everything. I see where you're going with it though. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying though. Be authentic in the exposure, but the result is your exposure may not be as appealing. That's okay though. We can learn to get better or stay the same. Yeah, I mean, my question to you was, what is exposure? What is that? Because when you first meet a stranger, you might be putting on some form of a facade or some form of manners. Like, I don't talk to my homies and say, yo, excuse me, brother. No, I just be like, yo, pass me that right there. But if I see a pretty girl at the store, I might say, excuse me, what's your name? And I'm showing a side of me that is not consistent. It's not who I am every day, but it's a different side of me. It's a different side of all mankind. Any man can have manners, so it's not fake. So once the chick comes around me and we chill for 3 days or 2 days, I'm no longer saying excuse me to that bitch. But what I'm trying to say, whether she likes me or not, that's going to be in her biology. It's not going to be something I'm manipulating. It's not going to be something I'm controlling. See what I'm saying? It's going to be her choice. Because once she's around me, she's like, okay, either I could fuck with him or I can't. Like, and that's genuinely her choice as an adult. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's genuinely her choice on some crazy shit, on some real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Some biological shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what exposure is, because exposure could also be framed as like you're hiding something. But in reality, if you tell her from the beginning, like, you caught my eye, I want to get to know you. Here's my number. So call me maybe. She's like, okay, well, either I think he's cute or not. I'm either gonna give this pussy up or not. Like, and that's the crazy thing about it. Like, they really probably think exactly what I'm saying. And I'm not saying they all think. That's another misconception. We easily believe, like, when I say one thing like that, like all women are thinking this thing. No, certain women thinking that, and certain women thinking different shit. But they are all women, and they all are subjective to be thinking out of lust or out of logic. To be honest, some women are more logical than others. But no matter where she's coming from, if she don't want to fuck with you, she don't want to fuck with you. And it's her body. It's her choice. So it doesn't even matter which way we spin whatever it is. It's her, everything is her choice. You know what I'm saying? It's always her choice. You know what I'm saying? They opened up McDonald's, Chinese food, cigarettes on every corner, at every neighborhood in America. It's nigga, it's what they basically saying, nigga, it's your choice. Fuck you talking about. That we ain't your parents. We not about to tell you, hey, this is wrong. It's your choice. You trying to get crushed or not? I'm trying to crush. Don't even ask me twice. I'm trying to crush you. I wouldn't have walked up to you if I wasn't. Period. So if I ain't shit, I ain't shit. if I'm not the guy to be a baby, a dad, a good father, or whatever you don't think I am, you don't got to think that shit. Every woman's not gonna think the same things. See, that's a big misconception that we got because we're all raised under one umbrella in the school system, whatever. We think we all think the same. We don't. It's a woman right now that only want a man that practice polygamy. She don't even want a nigga that think about putting a ring on nobody's finger. She only want a nigga that practice polygamy. You just don't run into her. You just don't see her. You just don't know where she at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like women that eat very healthy. You know how many times I've run into Chinese food eating women? I feel like since last year, I've only ran into women that eat below my standards. There's only like literally like 2 chicks right now that I know that even will engage in talking about eating vegetarian or healthy. Like, nigga, that shit is rare. See what I'm saying? And it's not that rare, but it's kind of rare enough. Like, you literally have, like, we have vegan stores around, but it's more no Diddy meat eating stores all over the place. You know, America is a meat eating country. So it's like 80% of women you run into, and remind you, you skip all the women you're not that attracted to. You just walk up to the ones that you feel like it's worth it. You're not going to even scratch the surface finding the real women. That's why you got to be a hunter and a gatherer, because you got to make real choices. Every 3 months is a season. At the end of every season, you should be able to look back over your phone, be like, nah, she was a good time. Nah, I'm good. She was fun. Nah, I'm good. She's sexy still. I might hit her back up, even though she's not a fucking vegan and she got the gut butt, but I'm still trying to fuck, you know? But I got the other chick that she's doing everything right. She's doing everything right. This is why guys can't talk to no fine shit, because fine shit scared them to death. That's like looking at the devil in the eye, or looking at, my bad, y'all. It used to be this movie when I was younger that was so scary. That's how niggas see bad bitches. Damn, she's so bad, man. I don't know, man. And they don't even want to talk to the bitch. They think they think that because she's beautiful, she got magical powers. Hold on, let me see. Gotta block this bitch right here. I don't know who you talking to. Brother, are you just trying to spill game? Rhythm and timing of that beat. Yeah, it's rhythm and timing, bro. And it's sometimes you can overthink that too, like, oh, it gotta be a certain time and a certain rhythm. No. You know what I'm saying? That matters. Everything matters. I'm not gonna say nothing don't matter, because women are meticulous. They're meticulous creatures. They looking at and paying attention to everything. But you don't let the fact that they're being meticulous taint your masculinity. See, guys care so much what women think that it's like chasing a ghost because they're very meticulous. So if you're being yourself, you can't even really much be thinking about all this shit all the time. You just got to know what you want to say and go up and say that shit. And then think about all this shit after you fail. And then cultivate over time. Real talk, you can say a lot of good things, but if that energy off, nothing sticks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for the most part, for the most part. But I'm pretty sure your energy could be at a 0 if your mouthpiece is at 100. But for me, I do believe mouthpiece is an extension of good energy for me because my brain, like, if I'm in a low vibrate, like my brain won't even work the same way. So it's like to me, it's all connected. Like what you're saying is true. Like it's all connected. But if you really got game, you could be in a wheelchair and depressed. You know what I'm saying? And your energy could be fucked. And you're so smooth, you know everything you're about to say. Like I said about chess, if you play chess, it's kind of like that. Like you don't got to be in a good mood to be good at chess. If you're good at chess, you're good at chess. And it's like no matter like if the best chess player has quote unquote bad energy, he's still going to be the best chess player. If you know what to say, it can outstrip the bad energy. But if you have great energy, that could also outstrip somebody who knows what to say. And I rest my case because women like multiple guys. They don't just like one person per school. They like a couple of niggas in the school. And I think that that's another thing guys need to smell the coffee to because even me when I was in high school, I wasn't even thinking that about it like that. But yeah, it's a couple of niggas. It's a couple of niggas that got different traits. So it's not one thing over the other. It's actually, and that's the same thing with us. When we walk around school, you're like, yo, she got the ass, she got the face. You're basically Frankensteining all these bitches that you'll fuck. And that's the same thing. Every human does it. But that's actually not a bad thing. But it's something that you got. It could be bad eventually because you're not being real. That you got to sacrifice to get any of them, and you got to sacrifice the fact that you might take the bitch that don't got no ass, but she got a beautiful face. It just depends what you are more crazy about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I mean, if a chick got all of those qualities together, of course you would probably hope for her. But it's just it's a numbers game at that point. It's not really you can't always get what you want. And then, but if your game is really like that, obviously you're gonna have your pick of the litter. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, you can say a lot of things. Energy off it doesn't stick. Can I be a moderator? No. What's your favorite NBA player? Kevin Durant. What's up, bro? What's good, Steph? Throwing off her algorithm for real. Exposure isn't bad though. Exposure is hella good. In fact, exposure, depending on what you mean by when you say that, but I'm trying to expose the deeper sides of me fast in a conversation with a chick that I'm trying to sleep with. I am trying to expose as much about me as I can in a matter of 5 minutes. But I'm smart enough to know that nothing matters if she doesn't find me sexually attractive. So I'm going to bring up in whichever way I find feasible at the time, the fact that I find her attractive or I want to get this to happen or we should do this sometime or whatever way I frame it, I'm just going to draw it up. I'm going to draw it, paint that picture so she could follow my lead. And if she don't follow, if she don't see it, then it's a sign maybe I didn't deliver it right, or maybe she's just not interested. You know what I'm saying? It varies. It varies. But one thing's black and white is that she just gonna, by the end of this interaction, she's gonna make sure you get her number, or she's gonna just not. That's the crazy thing about it. Jake was good. That's why God gave us free will, putting yourself out there as far as the exposure part. But women can tell if you're a fraud too. Well, yeah, they can. What you mean by fraud? You'll never see me caught off guard. That's what he said. Grass Willow said, "You'll never see me caught off guard." I rock with women from Trader Joe's. Oh yeah, I definitely interacted with this fine older black chick. Um, I would say like last week or like 2 weeks ago. Trader Joe's. She's older. She had kids, shit, all type of shit. Interaction was really good. She never hit me back though, but the interaction was extremely, like, I thought she was gonna be in the bag for real. Ethan, what's good? Healthy women indeed. Yeah, exactly, man. That's really all I want for Christmas. I don't really interact with and I get rejected a lot by women who eat hot wings. Like women who don't care about their gut health. They love rejecting niggas. I swear that's one thing about them. They going to drink a Corona and talk amongst their girls and bump punanis with each other and reject niggas. That's what they do. And just like when you with your homies and all y'all doing is smoking cigarettes or smoking weed, all y'all want to do is cut ass all day. That's all y'all doing. These women could be the same way. They're just women, but they're human. So if a lot of women ain't even on the same trajectory as you or the same path. That's why I don't believe in the word fraud, or I don't believe in these words, because all of those words make you feel like you're doing something wrong, which is a low frequency thought. A high frequency thought is a thought that you're doing everything right. You know, it's two different frequencies. Like, the truth of the matter is every man is made in the likeness of God. So if a woman don't want you around, you shouldn't want her around. Just like if I don't want to believe in God, I can't change God's mind or his word. I got to leave until I'm ready to come back. You know? Because God is the ultimate masculine. So it's like you can't even tell him what's right and wrong at all. And that's how women are to men. They can't tell you what's right and wrong, and they know that, but they're gonna try. So a man can't really be a fraud unless he's not willing to die for the shit he talking about. If he not willing to die for the shit he talking about, I wouldn't even say he a fraud then. He just not. He's just gonna be proven that he's not able to do what he's trying to do. But that doesn't make him a fraud either. I'm about to pull up. I want my money. Bless up, bless up, bless up, Ninja. I believe 10 different things can be true at the same time, under the same umbrella, just different ways to get to the pie. Exactly. Exactly. There's many variables to all type of shit, but we try to simplify as much as we can because it could become a fucking, I call it, they say a needle in a haystack. I forgot what the word I was using for needle, but I was saying something in a barn. Well, forgot the fucking word I was using for needle, but it's like finding a fucking needle in a haystack. Like when you try to uncover a lot of things, it's like, first of all, like again, like some things are more about chemistry and almost magic in a way than it really is about figuring it out or uncovering. Sometimes the best game, like I was saying earlier, ain't even trying to run no game. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing. Jaden Smith is your OG. She been caught up with them damn kids. That's why she ain't hit you back. Shout out to Eli. What's good? How you been, bro? I ain't see you in a minute. Bro. Yeah. I mean, that could be true. She had a business and she was doing hair and all type of shit. I just think, and I was with my mom too at the time, so she probably seen me with my mom and shit. She probably was like, "Nah, I'm not fucking with this young nigga." But I didn't give a fuck. Like I did. I was like, "Nah, I'm with my mom. Like I gotta kind of duck off a little bit." But at the same time, I'm like, "Fuck it, man. Bitch ain't perfect, man." Like women, this is the thing that guys got to start to realize too. Like the bitch got to take you for all flaws, for everything that's wrong, like in your life or the things you working on. Like a bitch will tell you because she's some fine shit to your face. Yeah, I got 3 kids. I got 4 kids. Like they're literally leading with their flaws, or with not their flaws, but they're leading with what's real. And so they're not hiding some shit from you. So I remember telling my homies this in like high school. I was like, you got to be able to be ugly in front of bitches. Like, you got to be able to be ugly in front of bitches. Like, if you got pimples, you got toothpaste, and you put your toothpaste on your pimples and you going to sleep and the bitch FaceTime, you pick that shit up. She gonna think you more sexy than if you was trying to be cute. If you was trying to look good. Guys don't understand. It's like, I'll still fuck her even though she got them kids. That ain't stopping nothing. But women know that. But guys want to hide, like, oh yeah, I live with my mom, this, that. So you're gonna lose the bitches that never really liked you. That's it. It's the only bitches you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by fraud is when what comes out your mouth don't align with the reality of what you're selling. Doesn't take too long to tell if somebody bullshitting. Applies to men too. I agree. And I agree. I agree more than I disagree. I do believe there's some great con artists on the planet of Earth. I do believe that, quote unquote, men have a lot of men are liars. I do believe men are liars. And until men be honest, the fact that they're liars, then women are going to always have 10 times more game because they don't get in trouble for lying the way we do, right? So, and again, when you say bullshitting, you saying women have a bullshit radar, right? Like they can just read between if you're the type of guy that, like, I agree and disagree only for the fact that Women are the type of creatures, this is what's so crazy about them, because they don't have a spine. Men have spines. Women don't really have spines. They're flexible by nature. So both genders could be deceitful, though. That's the thing that humanity tries to hide, is that both genders are liars. But here's the crazy part. Women have nothing to do with the game. And that's what I hear a lot of other people say, but I do agree in the sense of this. Like, you can't fake thirst. You can't fake need. You can't even fake want. So yeah, you're right. There's certain things you just can't fake. And the only way to cut that shit off is to be in a different dimension or in a different energy, or to genuinely not want it or need it. All of a sudden, people's perspectives change. And when people's perspective change, they start to see you as whatever it was you were trying to be seen as in the first place. You get what I'm trying to say? Does that make sense? Like, everything being fed to us in restaurants is technically nothing but some bullshit, right? Bullshit. But it's put together and presented like it's some good shit. Tastes good, look good, smell good. You would never know what it really is, because it's not none of your fucking business what it really is. It's just not. You could get as mad as you want. You could go up to the fucking boss. You could go to the state senate, fucking the mayor. They're gonna say this is just Popeyes. This been how it's been since slavery. This is what's been going on. You either gonna eat it or you're gonna do some other shit. What you gonna do? That's like masculinity at its most top tier level. It's saying, this is who I am, eat it or not. Eat it or not. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna like who you is. What's more authentic? Being a slave or being a man? That's your choice. See, guys think by being vulnerable, by being open to women and having women make them a slave, like a new school slave, means that they're real, or that they're not, you're just being, that's kind of just being stupid. Here's you know, here's my wounded this and wounded that. Go ahead and hit me. Guess what they gonna do? Bitch ass nigga here. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are, man. You are who you are. And the thing people hate is that they don't know who you are. People like things that they can figure out. It's transparent, it's clear, but if it's any mystique to it, then it's like their anxiety, their traumas, their shit is gonna come out. And that's a personal problem. It's not nobody else's problem. It's nobody else's problem. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody else's problem. And like I said, man, it's just like, you're not a slave. I think that's what I'm trying to say, and with what you're saying. Like, a lot of guys is gonna take what you're saying, say, if I'm not behaving this way and doing things this way, then I guess I'm some fraud or I'm some phony baloney ass nigga. And that bitch don't even care about you if you die, nigga. She don't even care nothing about you. She just coming along for the ride. You know what I'm saying? She don't give a fuck. She don't even give a fuck about you. She's spilling your guts. Keep spilling your guts to a straggler for. What you doing that for? know what I'm saying? But you're right though. People could spot a phony motherfucker, but I have never spotted you know, a perfect person. You know what I'm saying? Like I never did, ever in life. I never did. And when the day I do, outside of that man God, that's the day. You know what I'm saying? That's the day. And I'm like, nah, that motherfucker right there. There's a couple people that I met that I'm like, nah, this motherfucker, they might talk a lot of shit, but they back up what they say, you know, they it's best they can. They do the best they can. That's all people can ask for from each other. Do the best you can. Soon as you do say ask for anything Hercules, bitch, you lost me, bitch. You asking for some Disney Channel shit, bitch. That's like me asking you to fuck me and all my niggas. Fuck you talking about? Bet you don't want to do that. That's just cause I want you to. Just cause I want you to. Oh yeah, okay. I want you to fuck me and all my homies. Oh, you can't? Why not? Cause some shit that some shit that you know you did it before. You know you got a track record of fucking niggas. Let's do it. Oh, now you want. Oh, now it's no accountability. And no, now it's flip flop. And now I'm flipping tables. Now it's this. Now it's that. Sexist. That's what it is. Sexist. But let's break it down, right? A lot of bitches that get mad because you the type of nigga you would never take them serious. They know you not ugly. They know they'll fuck you. But they know niggas like you, I got a hard time capturing. So go ahead. Be vulnerable to women. Go ahead. Be transparent. Go ahead. Be nice. Think women are your friends. Treat them outside of their gender like they're one of your bros and see what happens. In fact, nowadays, you could just treat her like a woman and marry her. And that shit is still go left because of the general principle that in America, there's certain things that's locked in. Certain things is locked in a certain type of way on purpose. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't got nothing to do with what people try to make it, bro. It ain't none of that shit. People just see what they want to see because people see patterns. And patterns make people think they know a certain thing. Like, and it's not always that. See what I'm saying? Women like strong men. You got a lot of feminine energy, young man, too much testosterone. Women like strong men. And you said testosterone. That's funny. I ain't never heard that one. That's actually hilarious. If someone gives a fraud, is it cashable? It's still a fraud from the bank's perspective. It's just they label it. I don't get caught up with the words unless it applies. Mm, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You look like you could. He said you look like you could clear a fully stocked fridge out in a day. Nah, facts. That nigga was kind of fat. I didn't even pay attention to that shit. I'm like, that nigga said testosterone. I'm like, nah, that's hilarious. Instead of testosterone's crazy. That nigga ain't even say cortisol. Uh, something like a pin in a haystack, but I didn't use the word pin, but something like that. It's in the details. I can tell you're a man of detail. Yeah, I mean, I'm a man of purpose. A man of purpose, a man of direction. And I guess like you're right, detail. But detail is actually just authenticity. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, nobody can't tell me who I am, who I'm not. Nobody can't tell me how to walk this walk of life. Nobody can't tell me I'm not a real nigga. Cause at the end of the day, if they need some money or they need some or on a mono basis, I've always been loyal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not perfect, but like I said, it's take it or leave it, nigga. Like if you don't, I'm not an ass kisser either. Never been that, but at the end of the day, a lot of people fuck with me because I don't kiss no, I'm just not an ass kisser at all. Actually, like I'm not even trying to be funny. Like it's not a part of my personality for some reason. Like, but I could honor something. Like I could see somebody doing something and be like, nah, that motherfucker good at this or they good at that. I might not never tell that motherfucker, maybe, but it just depends on if it's time to say it. But I don't know. I just be in my own zone. I spend a lot of time alone, and I think that's why I'm detailed, like you said. Been good, my dog. Hope you been living good too. On now, facts, bro. We every season, we making the season count. That's all we could do. You know what I'm saying? We will only make the seasons count. You know what I'm saying? Whether we talking about finances, women, self-love, growth, whatever it is, we gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's nonstop, 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 man. Called discernment, exactly. Discernment, exactly. People got discernment, and that's cool. That's what life is all about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Bro is talking mad shit about you. How red is your neck? Hilarious. I respect how you explain on the breakdowns. We can agree to disagree what makes a good chopper. You ain't say nothing wrong though. Nah, yeah, no, I agree with you though. Like people got a bullshit radar, like across the fucking planet Earth. That's a fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you full of shit, that shit is an undeniable it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like you either about what you say you about or you're not. And like I said, back to you, bro. Nothing you said was wrong. You was exactly right. You know what I'm saying I would never disagree with that. I would never disagree with that. Um, two things could be true at the same time, but I would never disagree with it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what's good, Tim? Timmy? Uh, then we got a bunch of trolls in here, man. I think the video is pretty much over, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all about really like what to say in a conversation, but we'll probably double back and create more content around this concept because you got to know just how to talk to women, bro, and that'll soothe out a lot of anxiety. It'll soothe out a lot of stress, and that way you can be more of who you are. I think a lot of guys don't realize a part of being who you are is communicating. Like communication literally rules the nation. And like I said, if you're into spiritual religion or you're into goth or you're into orgies or whatever you're into, you should be able to tell a chick you talking to on the corner right now. Like why like first conversation talking, but it's it's comfort, it's your comfort level. How comfortable do you feel? My boy D's I'm gonna make you a moderator, bro. You the only person today I made a moderator. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like my boy said, it's politics. We politicking. Everything's a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because conversation rule the nation. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like comfort. Comfort is important. Claus, what's good? You got any last words? You about to end this joint in a couple minutes. Nah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Like, and this month I'm trying to be consistent. It's a little difficult. Like I was trying to drop a video today. Well, I dropped a video today, but a different type of video. Not just me standing in front of the camera giving y'all some game, but actually outside talking to women. But I'm gonna get some meta glasses, some AI glasses tomorrow. These is AI glasses, but these is more for listening to music, podcasts, Chat GPT, shit like that. Tomorrow I'm about to get the ones that you could they clear. They got the camera right here. So I could really catch some real action when I'm, and it don't even got to be talking to women. Sometimes I go to the beach, I walk the boardwalk, holler at women, but then I look out into the waves of the ocean. Like my boy Nipsey Hussle said, ocean views. You know what I'm saying? And all of that makes good content. I be on my motorbike, so I could just click the button and be on a motorbike. We recording the drive, and I could put all that inside of a vlog, and I could do an over voice and just give y'all some fire content. If I'm on a date with some fine shit, whatever the case, I don't gotta set the camera up or use a tripod, even though I just got a tripod too. So I'm just gonna be navigating all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The shades do all that I need to update my shit. Yeah, man. That's what I was gonna do. I'm gonna put on Patreon. I have a Patreon too for my dating stuff. We talk about deeper game than what we talk about on here. For $10 a month. But I'm gonna be putting some game for y'all that has to do with these. So I bought these for like 40, but I got them from Facebook Marketplace. But I'm gonna teach y'all all that on Patreon, how to get some eyewear. Like this shit gonna be called eyewear game or something like that, because people don't understand this. This is a good opener for women. Like you walk up on a couple chicks, hey, do you think guys that's wearing AI glasses, do you think that's a red flag or a green flag? You know what I'm saying? That's actually a good opener. But not only that, this shit, you could be listening to Chat GPT before you walk up to the bitch. You could be listening to, like, I also got a voice recorder app. I'm gonna put all of this on my Patreon. I got a voice recorder app. Like I'm talking this voice recorder app. It keeps all of the voice recordings and it puts it in folders where you can always go click on that shit and listen to that shit back. Like I got one where I'm just talking freaky as fuck. Like this folder is just me recording myself talking freaky as fuck. So dirty talk. Like I'm preparing myself for the moments where talking to a chick, either in the bedroom or over the phone, dirty talk. And this shit, the AI glasses make it easier and more achievable. And I'm telling you, this shit is where you get that sexual confidence from, because you won't be confident. I'm telling you. Because guys don't know how to go from small talk to deep talk. They don't know how to go from I call it from the sand to the beat, straight from the sand to the ocean. They don't know how to go from the dry sand to the wet ocean. See what I'm saying? And in a conversation, you should be able to easily, we could be talking about chocolate. And you talk about how chocolate melts in your mouth, and you want, you stitch all this shit together in real time. Talking about I look like Quavo. But yeah, the AI shades will do all that, bro. Tomorrow I'm getting a better pair, and I'm gonna have 2 pairs of AI glasses. And I'm just finding cool ways. I could do coach calls on this shit. I could do all type of shit. So like when I left earlier today on my motorbike, I was listening to what's shorty name? That old song, that light skinned chick, Anne Marie. She's like, it's just one thing that got me tripping. It's just one thing that got. I'll listen to that shit. I like that song. I ain't gonna lie. That's for the female song, but I fuck with that shit. We grew up on that shit. At the end of the day, that shit was on the radio and shit. But I got playlists, Spotify. I got podcasts. And this shit I'm putting on Patreon, it's gonna be all of this shit. It's gonna be under I wear game. Yeah, that's that work. I fuck with Anne Marie. She was I literally think she's my type for real. Like back then, she was this beautiful. She had that sex appeal. She had that star vibe. But yeah, man, I mean, I was on my bike, my motorbike, and that shit was playing when I pulled up downtown, and I was just like, I was laughing in my head. I'm like, yo, nobody knows I'm listening to Anne Marie right now. Chris, you was good. Nobody knows I'm listening to Anne Marie, but the beat, bro. I listen to songs and I listen to the beat, and I'm like, the early 2000s beats, like they resonate with my spirit, like my soul. Like I can't be listening to no drill music while I'm outside. Cause I'm like, am I on a drill right now? Like, oh nah. We talked about Maya on this channel before. We've been talking about Maya, bro. I told him that was my wife and shit. Yeah, I brung her up a couple times. But they both sexy. But Maya's definitely sexy. She's petite. Petite women always get the upper hand in my brain for some reason. Some guys just like petites. I like petite. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a real dominant nigga. I'm a Leo. And if you too thick, chocolate thick, I'm gonna want to crush your shit, but from the back. But it's not gonna be like. But I'm a man now. I'm 30, so I'm crushing shit. You could be chubby. I'm crushing your shit. But I'm just saying, this is the type of shit we're gonna talk about on the Patreon. 2026, we crushing shit. We crushing shit. I'm telling you. Different sexual positions. We're gonna talk about that on the Patreon. Good positions, foreplay, all that, man, all that shit in store. Patina Miller, rack from Raising Cane's. Oh, that's the black woman. I never knew who she was until she did that interview with the guy, them 2 young guys that forgot the nigga name. But yeah, she fine, man. I ain't gonna hold you. She fine, but to me, she's like, You know Caribou, like how niggas was just talking about Caribou and they was like she's co-worker line. I was like, that's funny because that I see like that's a good category to put a lot of women in. Like a lot of women be fine, but they be co-worker fine. Like she a bitch. If you working at Dollar General, she might be there. She might be working with you at Dollar General. We can't say women that work at Dollar General not cute. There be some cute bitches in there. But these bitches, they eat hot wings, bro. That's the problem. They eat hot wings. As long as the bitch eat hot wings instead of celery and drink beer instead of smoothies, she's going to act like a heathen. And I'm turned off by women that act like men or act like heathens. Seafood crab boils too. Even though those are tasty, I like the sausage paws, and I like the corn. But and I like lobster tail, to be honest. But I had one of them shits like last 2 months ago, and I felt like that shit kind of fucked with my whole shit, fucked my whole shit up. So I don't trust niggas, but I don't know if we even supposed to be eating that type of shit. Like you said, like I don't think that shit. A lot of stuff that become popular be bad, and like I said, I like lobster tail. I don't like all that shrimp and shit, like and all that crab and shit. With all them fucking broken shells on your shit, fuck scratch your whole shit up. But long story short, bro, women eat what's popular most of the time. Like I don't even eat Dave's hot chicken. I'm like, yo, that shit fire, but I eat that shit like every once in a while, like periodically. If I'm really hungry, ain't nothing to eat, I'm on DoorDash. Maybe I'll get the Dave's hot chicken shit. But I always regret spending my money. Like some places, it's one place downtown. Like nah, this shit fire. Like chicken sandwiches and French fries, but that shit, like the chicken sandwich, they were selling like two for $9 at the time, like on DoorDash. I'm like, nah, this shit too crazy. This shit was too crazy. Like, and it's low key. Like I could tell it's low key. That shit was too fucking crazy. But yeah, man, we gotta try new shit. Like I said, there's a lot of vegan restaurants downtown. A lot of vegan restaurants. We gotta try new shit, bro. And we gotta introduce these women to new shit, or they're gonna stay in a repetitive cycle. Cause women don't really do new shit. They do the same shit that their friends is doing. Sometimes they try little new restaurants and shit, but without a man by their side, they're gonna always resort back to being what? Weak, because they're women. They need guidance. They need leadership. They need dictators. They need excellence. They need courageous men that's willing to die behind the shit that they talk about. And I'm not saying willing to die, but willing to really grow and to the point of like, damn, this motherfucker really changing the world. That's a different type of talk. That's a different type of flex, you know what I'm saying? And most women can't say that they're even worthy to sleep with that type of guy. Like you said, they're too busy following their friends to go get a Budweiser so they could bump Punanis later that night and talk about some guy that they think is handsome that they might not can't get. But I'm not hating, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like do what you want to do, but you got the gut butt. That's the problem. Like I don't care what a woman do, but if you eat hot wings, then why should I trust what you're attracted to? You attracted to this guy like you attracted to them hot wings. You just craving certain shit. You're not really actually going for what you really want. And that's the thing about life. That's the thing about life. People want to eat snow crabs and shit. that shit don't even go through your system in the proper amount of time. You have the gut butt. If you eat strawberries and oranges, and that shit go through you in a day or two, really a day. And number one and number two. If you don't take a number two, you're gonna take a number one, and it's gonna still be still letting out shit that don't like you're still detoxing in a way. And if you're not doing that, you're gonna sweat. You know what I'm saying? I don't like women that got the gut butt. I can't fuck with that shit. Because her energy gonna get on me. You fucking all these niggas. And then when you get to me, now I feel weird after I fucked you. Now I feel, damn, I don't feel like myself right now. Cause she got demons. She got the gut butt. Half the women that us men be chasing, they don't even stand, they're not even supposed to be able to fuck with a nigga. I'd rather be constipated though. That says a lot about your character. You are full of shit. But let's keep going. I'd rather be constipated though, so I won't get diarrhea with all that fruit. Yeah, man, you just sound ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is what they do. They come in here like what's the nigga? Agent Smith from the Matrix. They say the most stupidest shit possible. Because the more outrageously dumb the shit that they're saying is, the more people just be like, okay, I can rest. Because Game Like Will was giving us so much game that he was accidentally putting a dent inside of the Matrix that some agent spirit got inside that fool. Yeah, retract that dumbass message, man. Retract that dumbass message, man, because that was some stupid ass shit. Anybody who would rather eat a hot dog than to eat an apple is a fucking fool. And even me, sometimes I get cravings, but I always be like, damn, nigga, you only did that because you ain't got the money. Something is wrong with you that made you do that. I'm not just openly just going to Buffalo Wild Wings just because. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who, you make X amount of dollars a week, you don't got a fucking watermelon sitting in somewhere in your house? You can tell me your big lazy ass couldn't stop and get a watermelon. One you couldn't get an apple. Just one. Just a bag of apples. Because the truth about food and taste buds, sometimes you don't want to do it, but it needs to be done. It's medicine. Like sometimes you're like, man, I don't really want to eat an orange right now. I'm not in the mood for that. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to drink a Coca-Cola. It's easier to quench my thirst in all these different ways. Why should I eat an orange? But you don't realize that this is fuel, electrolytes. This is energy. This is reproductive organs and reproductive system. A citrus moment. What you mean a citrus moment? It's not a citrus moment. It's a citrus lifestyle. It's a citrus reality. Life is an orange. The orange look like the sun. The sun gives energy, gives life. You go eat a hot dog with chili and bacon bits. And yeah, those type of foods could give you fuel. They could give you a certain type of energy too. I'm not gonna make it seem like just because it's dead meat that is not giving you some sense of strength at the time. But there's a blowback to that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about getting on the toilet, nigga. You need to get on the toilet. That's where you need to spend the most time on the toilet. You need to spend the most time taking a number one and a number two. That's more important than tricking. That's more important than running after a bitch. That's more important than going on a date. It's more important than getting some ass. Because your reproductive, your whole system is connected to your diet. Everything is dietary in life. I ain't against niggas because we poor, we grew up poor. You know, you need to eat a beef patty, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat what you gotta eat when you don't got the money. You know what I'm saying? But detoxing is something that I don't see myself with longevity without detoxing every week. Every week. The most niggas should be eating is a salad. If you still want to eat chicken, whatever in your salad, I'm not going to beat you up because you're eating something in your salad. But you got to wean yourself off of that bullshit. See what I'm saying? Because health is wealth. When I'm eating fruit, I'm getting money. When I'm eating oranges, I'm getting straight to the money. I got the energy to deliver my message. I got the energy to make a sale. I got the energy to fuck your hoe. I got the energy. That's what you don't understand. Another ritual that guys need to incorporate is humming. Every day, you should be humming for 5 minutes to 15 minutes. Twice. Humming. Humming is a vibration. Harnessing a vibration. It's good for your energy. It's good for your ability to vibrate higher. Our body is an instrument. We want to talk about mouthpiece. We want to talk about game. We want to talk about pipe game. All of this shit. You can't deliver the D for real if you're not in a high frequency. The nigga in a high frequency going to deliver the D better than a nigga that's low vibrating. The nigga going to just be better man in her eyes. She going to look at both niggas. She going to be like, he's cute and he's sexy, but this nigga got good energy. This nigga is take it or leave it mentality. When I eat fruit, rejection don't even hurt. When I eat Subway or something, I'll go up to a bitch, that shit feel worse for some reason. Pipe game, laying that pipe. You know what I'm saying? Laying that pipe, you know what I'm saying? Pulling on her hair, spanking it from the back, all that good shit. And it's the motion in the ocean, even though we got, you know what I'm saying? We got lymph. We go to great lengths over here, but it's just, you still got to think about hitting them angles. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit them angles. And you got to get surgical with this shit, man. You got to be that nigga. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can never do it because it's science. Everything under the sun is science based. Everything. It's a science to everything. And so when a nigga take your bitch, just know he was an evil scientist. He knew what he was doing. He said, man, I know I could take his bitch. That's just how it go. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Just being honest. Just being honest. That's why you can't take women serious, because they going. And I think a lot of guys hate that hate that women are going. And that burns, you know, that hurts. When you love a bitch and she going. That hurts. That hurts. You know what I'm saying? But see, here's the twist. Once you level up, you don't care. Like, man, listen, who can she really fuck with outside of me that is doing all this shit? You know what I'm saying? Yes, I can't hold a conversation with that person because I am right now. Yo, Kylie, follow me on Instagram. Link in the description. I mean, link in the bio. Follow me on the gram because I'm about to get off here in a couple minutes and I'm going to follow you back when I get off of here. But this has been a great live. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of y'all. Right now, I'm just rambling. I'm about to end the video though because I got to actually, it's 5 o'clock. I got to actually lay down and regroup and get myself ready for tomorrow. You know, I got a couple things I got to do tomorrow. Okay, y'all all say the same shit. I'm starting to feel rejected on here too, because I get that reaction every day, almost every day. But I believe you though. I believe you. But I'm just saying, man, I got to do some things tomorrow. I have to really get up and get out there, man, and do this shit because, like I said, man, for every up is a down. There's always a down. I got to get out there. I got to handle what I got to handle. Can't make no excuses. I'm gonna be spending like $70 tomorrow, something like that. Yeah, like 70. And that go to show you right there, bro. Like, you know, if we want to eat healthy, we gotta have money in our pocket. If we want to get a car, I gotta have money in my pocket to get a car. Money be fluctuating and shit. Money be fluctuating and shit like that. And that should be devious. That should be demonic. That should be demonic, y'all. Oh shit. Man. Any last words before I end this shit? Get ready for some great content, man. Real vlogs. Anybody who new to the channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a 1 in the chat after you subscribe so I know you subscribe. Drop a 1 after you subscribe. I'll be going live late at night. I need to go live like 5 o'clock. I've been feeling crazy lately though. I've been feeling like, I don't know, bro. I don't know how to explain that shit. Like the devil trying me in a crazy way. Like it's a million ways to fail all of a sudden type shit. Like sometimes you be grinding so much and going straight so much that you can't remember, you lose track. Like you forget that the world is an evil place. But the world gonna always remind you, okay, yeah, you just got this, but you just got this new item. But your life still ain't where it gotta be at for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why my nigga NBA Youngboy moved, where he moved to Nebraska or some shit. Dakota or some shit. He like, man, I gotta get the fuck away. Until you got that type of money, until you could just move and you can honestly say, man, I'm all on my own for real. Like not just down the street from your parents. Nah, nigga. You gotta have that bag. Cause you gotta be a trendsetter with this shit. You gotta find a town, a city that you don't know nobody. And start a family. So you can get some peace and some quiet on some real nigga shit. Peace and quiet. Man, y'all just listen to me ramble like that. I ain't saying nothing. My boy D's talking. Shout out to D's. Shout out to D's. He got 19 likes. Come on, man. We ain't been live in a minute. I should go live every day for the rest of this month. See, when you feel like your money is being funny, you just gotta put your foot on the gas so much that the devil be like, fuck. I tried this nigga and he prevailed. This motherfucker. So he start popping all your tires on all your vehicles and start doing all type of shit to you. Telling you, man, that shit is a real thing. Because the Matrix, man, the Matrix. I gotta understand this shit. Gotta understand it. See, this is my baby right here. You know what I'm saying? It's my baby right here. I gotta fix the back tire tomorrow. I got a new tire. See, this tire didn't pop because I was outside on this joint earlier. This tire didn't pop because this tire was like, all right, I'm a new tire. I'm not going to pop. But this tire was like, all right, you got a new tire. I just got this tire last week. So I'm like, okay. I ain't even I think I rode the bike one time since then and then today. So I'm like, okay, this shit should be straight. But this shit was already showing signs of flattening. Then all of a sudden, look, this shit actually look, I don't know if it's because it's propped up, but I can't just go to the corner, the gas station and put fucking air in it because the type of fucking thing that's on it is different. So I gotta go to the place, get a guy $19 to fix this shit. Either I could take the tire off, which I don't think I can do. Oh yeah. See this shit. Maybe I could do this shit. But then I gotta take the motherfucking the chain off. I think I should just take the whole bike to him. I think I'm gonna just take the whole bike to him. I just got rid of my Acura last week. 2017 Jeep, in which the engine blew a couple months ago. Now I'm on my bicycle. People look at me crazy with the 40-pound vest on riding. Oh, you be on some workout shit? This shit a motorbike. I could pedal it too though. Like when I get to certain places, I'd be like, man, I'm about to just pedal. Like if I feel like I'm about to get hit by a car or some shit. For me, it's freedom at this point. Getting rid of old things that no longer serve me. Nah, facts, bro. It doesn't even make any logical sense. When it comes to building and growth, like, doesn't make any fucking sense. Cause it's like, people prepare to win, but they don't prepare for the aftermath of when you actually start fucking doing shit. It's like, cause your whole environment is trying to pull you back to being a basic ass nigga. You gotta prepare for that shit. That's why I say niggas gotta stack they racks. You gotta stack your shit so high. Damn, it's light outside a little bit. You gotta stack your shit so fucking high that anytime you got an issue, you just pay for that shit. Like I said, I'm about to get the Meta glasses tomorrow. So that's a $50 expense. I can either look at it like I'm proud of myself that I can even do that, or I could try to stack, it's like save the money, but it don't make no sense if you're gonna make more money by getting the glasses. My bad, bro. I didn't know your car broke down on everything I was about to talk, man. Shit to you for real. Man, I don't know what to say to that.
Let me play this shit for real. How you jump left and right? It's my last time, bro. Alright, I'm out.